Hello there. We're back. It is still early access launch day for Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, but it's a bit warm here in Britain today, so I've just had to quit out, reboot the computer, get back in. That's taken probably, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. And I've also got the windows open, so anybody walking past can hear me talking to myself, which is always good times. The last episode ended with some fairly powerful, in my opinion, storytelling. It will be interesting for me to, because I'm sure other people are doing what I'm doing and recording their first impressions. It will be interesting to see how. I doubt you can hear that. There's somebody who's just driven past with a really stupid piece of music blasting out of their radio. Yeah, it'll be interesting to go and see what other people's reactions to that were. Anyway, let's find out what Alizé's reaction to that is. She is lost in grief. What will you say? Oh, what will we say? Will we just say a name, or will we say we've spoken with the carers? Will we be the practical one? Because Alizé is always the practical one. Alizé is not normally the emotional one. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. Forgot I got the auto advance on. Sorry to interrupt. We realised we hadn't. Thank you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? It wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow. And I thought I could protect you. Can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course, just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course. You would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Teslean's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. She's heading out after Teslean. This damned light building without cease, it's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You have to change the old world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. So that's what prompts us into the paths rejoining. Okay. Ooh, all the minions spawning in. So that is actually that zone done. could have probably have finished the last episode there if I'd known, but I didn't know, and I was a little bit on the shook side after that, so probably good that I didn't. Ooh, that was out of key. I'm sorry. If only I had some auto-tune. There's a fate up here. Biowack attack. Looks like people are heading that way. Let's go see what Biowack attack is all about. Oh no! It's an NM fate. I shall tank you! For I am Tanky Boy! So many AoEs! I love it when people just pull. Pull all the things. Who's pulled the... I'm actually probably going to die here. Because people have just randomly charged in. Oh, hold on. I've got the Blackest Night, haven't I? So many AoEs. Don't suppose we've got any healers here. No? Can I get some healing? Man, people are getting wrecked. Pow! Keep me healed, Triskelion. Dodged. I'll eat that. It takes quite a lot to get the Blackest Night to actually break. Right. Take blood spillers. Take more blood spillers. Take all the blood spillers. Yeah. In your fate, 1.6 million XPs. And also, look out! Oops. Nope. Right. Those Gigantor models are actually really cute. Menacing, but cute. Gigantender. Oh, there's a lot of them over here, and this is a bonus XP fate. Harbingers of Bloom. That's a great name. Let me harbinge you. Needlestorm. Ah, rotation's so boring now. We don't have anything to press. Really? Oh, there's a white mage there, stunning things. Ow! What was that? It is. It's called Saboten Dance. That still didn't break the Blackest Night. What have they buffed it up to? Yeah. Oh, I dodged it. I was going to say I'm going to eat that. XP bonus fates. I wonder whether the Forlorn Maidens are a thing still. Can't see. This should be the last lot that needs killing. There we go. 400,000 XPs. I thank you. Baddie Longlegs. Yeah, so again, it looks like a lot of the zones are going to be divided in half. I'll say. Forgive me, Demajen, I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way. With steel. Just Alizé, is there anything I can get you? Your swiftness, Amaro. Amaro. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Once Alizé has her mind on something, she is set to it. I'm assuming we're coming up on the first dungeon. Ugh. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Amaran again. I've barely got the sand out my eyes. Don't know why she's talking like him all of a sudden. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out. Shall we? Yes. Ba-ba. Which was it? Oh, we can just jump down, can't we? Whoop. 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 Feel like I want to do the Mario triple jump. A cry for help. From a distance. Nuts to you? I'm assuming that's the hunt board. which I must remember to go and do after this cutscene. Your business? Yes, I do. Ocular. In we go then. Thank you for seeking me out. It meant a lot to have you there at my side, and looking at Alphino, I'd say he's as eager to begin this discussion as I am. I say we lay our experiences before the Exarch and step back to see what kind of picture they make. Then we can decide where to go from here. Chunk! The Crystal Exarch welcomes you back to the Crystarium.
And so you return?
I do.
Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Yes. Yes, we have.
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you.
You can say that again.
But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist.
Gotcha. So if we kill them, they'll scatter.
Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence.
Would that work on the Void Scent then? Because that would be an interesting.
I have a feeling Yulmul might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters.
Yeah.
Vorthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience.
Alphino's not happy about this, neither am I.
He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Agreed.
We can just run away, it's not like he can chase us.
Divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Yes. Are you sure that eliminating the Wardens will be enough? No.
Your uncertainty is understandable, given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then.
Yes, please do. Ooh. This is in-game rendered. That's nicely done.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds.
This we know.
This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first.
Furthest away, closest.
Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially.
Yeah?
Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy.
Like darkness did in the Void.
Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source.
Okay.
And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence.
Yes.
If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until
Which is what happens with the floods in...
untimely event.
Was it Mark?
Triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds.
So this is an So this is an explanation of the calamities, the ardors.
What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source.
Yes.
At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full. Its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic.
So it was the floods that destroyed the Marquis civilization, wasn't it?
Magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations.
I think this is the best explanation we've had of it.
Events are what we refer to as umbral calamities.
Why not astral?
7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed.
So that was lightning. Oh, is it not going to tell us which? Lightning, fire. Actually, it probably tells me in the guide. Earth. Water. I think that's water. Was that ice? Oh, that was ice. That's water. What's that one? Is that supposed to be...
At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining.
What was that final one?
It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the Light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin,
I have to look that up.
the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light.
Gotcha.
Even here in the flood-spared region of Norvrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky.
So we need to strike it.
If we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
It's a nice clear-cut goal.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
What kind? Troublesome quality. Hello, bunny girl.
Forgive the interruption, my lord.
Lena.
Holminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
This is going to be our first dungeon, as I predicted in the Dungeons video.
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphino and Alize as well.
Yeah, like they're going to listen.
My lord.
My lord. I don't know what her accent is.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
I don't know, that was a pretty good explanation, if I'm honest. Odd. Now, we're supposed to be able to do all of these dungeons with trust, but we've only got 2 NPCs unlocked so far. Holminster Switch is in the north of Lakeland, so we'd best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Ascensor Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. I shall do this. So we've been to 2 of the further flung zones. Now we're going to go to the one right outside. Yeah. Right. Can we get round here? No. Oh, it's over here anyway. I wish to go and pick up the hunt board Ba-ba. Which is going to be over here, unless Humlaut. The Humlaut thinks you might be the right person for a questionable job. Oh, you're that. You're her, aren't you? Aldo's been asking about you. You know Aldo, eh? Clan Nuts' man. If you're keen to hunt the deadliest marks for the biggest bounties, then you might want to seek him out. You'll find him by the board over in the rookery. Though, if I were you, I'd steer clear of that old nasty business. Bad for one's health it is. Thanks, Humlaut. And where are we going? Terminus Rookery. We shall teleport there. Boom. Bum. Here we go. Nutsboard. Could it be the esteemed warrior herself? Well met, miss, well met. You're a very hard woman to track down by all accounts. Here you are in the flesh. How very blessed I am to make your acquaintance. I am Haldor of Clan Nutsy. Perhaps you've heard of us. We've certainly heard of you, I can tell you that. A fighter, through and through. I'll come right to it. Interested in joining the clan? Apologies. Only a fool would sign up without knowing what we're about. And you're no fool, I can see that. Clan is how shall I put it? An association of adventurous souls who make a living hunting certain notable fiends. Marks, as we are wont to call them. Surely you're familiar with the concept. Your fancy's home to myriad living creatures, many of which pose a threat to our good people. Thus did the Exarch, at least I think it was him, in his boundless wisdom, call upon the settlement councils to develop a framework that would encourage, motivate your hunters to dispatch these menaces. To wit, ye brave souls who slay marks shall offer due compensation. Not at all a bad arrangement, eh? If you're of mind to reap the benefits, speak with Zyle over there. She'll record your name in the ledger and see you registered as a clan member. May I help you, miss? I wish to register. At the urging of Haldor, was it? I see. You are plainly more than capable of acquitting yourself well enough in battle, and so I have no grounds to refuse you. I hereby accept your application to join Clan Nutsy. Check the board for the latest bills. The tougher the mark, the better the reward. Hunt what you like or nothing at all. However, you may only undertake hunts designated appropriate for a member of your current status, a novice. The clan is disinclined to allow unproven hunters to commit suicide by mark. Once you've achieved a sufficient measure of success, you'll be permitted to pursue more dangerous fiends. Do try not to die before then. The hunt unlocked. One nut clan marks. And 73, yeah. Right, what can we get? A wind-up Numo. A platypus. Crystarium striking Done. Basically nothing particularly good yet. Right, so what do we got? 300,000 XP, 3 Trogopans, 3 Ancient Lizards, 2 Violet Triffids, 1 Etin Moth, and 3 Whiptails. We shall take it. Shall add that somewhere that I will notice it. There's a quest over here. What do you have? A dirty trick. Nothing. Oh, I keep trying to mount up. It's because the place is so big. Right. We actually want to go just over here, I think. Are we going out this gate? I think we're going out this gate. Ba, 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 ba. To Lakeland. Port job. Oh yeah, we passed that on the way in. Let's go to Lakeland too. It maketh no difference. Oh hey. Right, this obviously is where the media tour folks were allowed to faff around. Stump. Give me more Triffids, please. That is a giant. Very pretty. Oh, that's a level 8 B rank. Why is nobody killing that? Don't think anybody could be level 80 yet, but you never know. The Forest of the Lost Shepherd. Triffid! Why did that hit me? And how many of these did I need? That many. Wow, that is a potently long slow effect. Voracious Wolverine. Oh, this place is so pretty. Hello, Crystal Exarch. All set. If we follow this road north, we will arrive at the northern staging points. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Quickly now. But first... I was looking at that and thinking, level 68, we can't manage that. And it's like, wait, no, level 68, we can manage. Woohoo! Oh, damn it. There's a hop trap in there. That is not a fate mob. Little Gate of Horrors? So I've got to make sure I keep dark side up. I might actually have to move the dark side gauge to somewhere kind of there. Because otherwise I can actually see myself losing dark side. I've never been particularly good at keeping track of buffs. And this is why I don't raid. Because I'm just not... I've got the wrong kind of focus. He's got a porter, hasn't he? He doesn't have a... Oh no, maybe he's flying already. C'est possible. Can we grab the aetheryte at Fort Hob while we're here? That would make sense. Fort Job, even. Do 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 do. Tune me, daddy. Right, where's your gemstone trader? Welcome, traveller. I am an authorized trader representing the crystalline mean in the acquisition of bicolor gemstones. You can now access this region's gemstone exchange. Oh, I see. So it changes. So the more fates you do in a region, the more potential things that they offer you. That's cool. So you can kind of up your reputation in a particular zone. And that's good because I quite like fates. I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, but yes. There's a wind blowing up, so the door is now slamming on me, which is always useful. As I say, I think we're coming up to the dungeons. What is that? A grey Draco. That's a new enemy type. I think. It's a lizard dog. Where am I going? Grey Draco? Yatevir. The Light Wardens. The Austral Imperative. The hardest point of any kind of world building, really, is creating gremlins. No, it's not creating gremlins. It's creating realistic sounding names for places. Almost a switch is past these gates and through the woods. It's not exactly a near neighbour to the Crystarium, but as we occupy the same region, we've built up something of a cooperative relationship. What can we expect inside, Captain? The town is beset by a swarm unlike any we have seen in recent years. We did our best to evacuate the villagers, but as many as half remain. Judging by the number of eaters present, we have good reason to believe that a Light Warden leads the attack. Oops. Damn it. One does not simply slay a Warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? No. They hold more light inside them than all of their underlings put together. It can be struck down, aye, but its essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile ether will billow outward and envelop the nearest living being, a reckless young swordswoman perhaps, and turn her into a brand new warden. Ah. Oh, well, you can leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask that the guards stand down and allow us to engage this leader of eaters alone. Concentrate on the survivors. We must save every life we can. What if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such danger without an escort from my ranks. I insist that I go with you. Very well. Then our warden slaying party shall include myself, the Leviers, Captain Lena, and last but not least... us. formidable group indeed. Into Holminster we go. Once we reach the Light Warden, do not hold back. We strike to kill. So, yeah, so I was going to say Holminster Switch is clearly a dungeon. The instance dungeons encountered in the Shadowbringers main scenario quest can be completed solo alongside a supporting party of NPCs. To make use of this feature, simply speak with one of the NPC companions near the entrance to the instance and select the option to form a party. Follow the same role restrictions imposed while using the Duty Finder, or use the Duty Finder as usual and complete the instance with fellow players instead. And we shall do that next time, because actually the Trust NPC dungeons are what I'm quite interested in, seeing how they work, at least for the first one. And I'd like to take my time with the dungeon for the first time, rather than rush it through, as always tends to happen with a Duty Finder group. Although, you know, doing a new dungeon for the first time with the Duty Finder group also has its perks. But no, we're going to do the Trust. We're going to do the Trust. So we'll see what we get to do with that in the next episode, which will be... what was it called? Holminster Switch. Not related to Nintendo. I'll catch you all as we play the Holminster Switch next time. Cheerio.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe. Remember to ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, toodle pip.